Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this simple sugarcane / bamboo farm for your Minecraft world. Now this farm is pretty useful because it takes up a very small amount of space. This one was inspired by Morting's. He has a one where he's built double, but this one's just single, and the good thing about this one is you can fit it into a lot of tight spaces and also hide it in your world. What I mean by that is here's the two farms that are designed by Mortings. If I fly down here, you can see they've got the double layers. These are really good and efficient, but as you can see, they kind of stand out. And if you're trying to make a really nice aesthetical looking world, having big farms like that may not be the best option for you. So what you can do is if you've got a cool castle or something that you're building, you can actually hide these farms in the walls or in a house for things like that, and you still have access to the chests and be able to get the resources there. So what I'm going to do is show you how you can build that, and I'm going to use an example of my little corridor here. I have a sugarcane farm there, and I'm now going to build a bamboo farm in here. Alrighty, so let's get right into building it. So these are the materials you're going to need in this chest here. The amount of materials you're going to need really depends on how big you're trying to make the farm. And to make the farm, you're going to need at least a 3x3 area. So like the survival world I showed you, this is sort of an indication of the wall I'm going to be building it in, and then I'll show you how to be able to customize that. So first things first is wherever a wall is, you need to place a powered block. And what this does is when your rail hits the wall, it's going to rebound and go back in the direction it came from. We then are just going to use normal blocks just to try and connect these all up, and they can curve around with the wall. As long as we've got an area where there's now still 2x2, it will work. We won't be able to grow something here, but that's fine. The rail will still go along through and work fine, picking up everything in its path. Next thing we're going to do is we need to find a spot to put a hopper down. The good thing about hoppers is they can go in corners. So what I'm going to do is place my hopper in the corner here. I'm going to place that down. Still need my glass pot. Facing towards the edge. You can change where your hopper goes. The biggest thing is just making sure it's not too close to a powered rail in the redstone block, because what will happen is if you've got it close to that, it will deactivate the hopper and nothing will actually go in when the rail travels, the minecart travels over it. So now I'm just going to grab a chest, pop that there. The chest then I will place down, just making sure the hopper here. You might find it easier placing the chest down first. Make sure you crouch when you click on the chest so that way it joins up with it. But my hopper is going in. You can test this by tossing something into the hopper and it should end up in your chest. Next we can put our our normal rail down, connecting that up, and it should be running. You can also check to make sure that it's working by just getting a powered minecart and popping that on like so, and it should move all the way up and hit and come back this way. Now if yours doesn't do that and it stops halfway or something like that, you may need to break a block and put down another a redstone block and another powered rail. Oof, if I can spell properly. So what we can do there, if yours wasn't working, place that down with another powered rail, and then that should travel the full distance. So I recommend sometimes just checking how far your rail goes and that before doing everything else. That way you don't have any mistakes and regret it later. What we're going to do next is put down some dirt blocks along here. This is where our bamboo or sugarcane is then going to grow on. After we've done that, we just need to place down some stone blocks down like so. Get rid of that one, and we should be looking like this. The other thing to keep in mind too is the height. If you're like me and you need to build 2 stories, you need to at least have 1 block or 1 space for your rail. You need to have 1 block or 1 space for your dirt, and then just your stone, and then you need to have 1 space for your piston, 1 for your observer, and then above that a light source. So if you're trying to double up and have 2 stories, just make sure you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can build then again on top of that 5th one and have 5 more. Because what you can run into is a problem when you hit your roof. And that's what happened with mine. So when I actually build this in my survival world, I'm actually going to go 2 blocks down because otherwise I'm going to be hitting my roof. But this is really dependent on what your build is, and I'm just trying to teach you how to do it so that way you can adapt it to your style or what you need in your Minecraft world. So once we've done that, we're then going to chuck another block down behind it like so. And then again, we're going to build up. And we're actually going to close this area off. You can use whatever blocks you want, of course. You can use glass, it's all up to you. I'm just using stone brick because that's what I'm using in my survival world. And the exact same here, like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a water bucket and we're going to fill up this area with water. You'll find it won't actually drop down in there where our rail is, so you don't need to worry about that. Of course, in survival, if you place one block there, one there, and leave a gap, it'll create an infinite water source that you can just pick up and then dump. Alright, next thing we need to do is we need to cover that hole up like so, off the water. And we're just going to put a temporary block and place those ones there like that. We can break that one now. And now you can plant whatever you want. Bamboo, you don't need water underneath, but sugarcane you do. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind as well is sugarcane can grow without light. So you can actually build this completely in the dark and have your 2 levels and take a level off actually. And it will grow in the dark, whereas bamboo you need a light source, hence why we're using the glowstone. But for looks as well, you can put windows, little windows in that, and it can shine out, which can also make it look nicer. What we're then going to do is grab our piston, grab that one there, and we're going to come down and facing towards the back. You can crouch to do this. We're going to place the pistons down. Now keep in mind, in survival you may get stuck, so you might need to break a block or 2 to then get out. But I'm in creative, so I can just fly over, but that's something just to keep in mind. So I'll fly up, so you should have this. And I'm going to do the exact same with the other side. Whoop. Place those ones down like that. I fly up. Now what we can do is place some more blocks down, covering up this gap. If we don't want mob spawning behind, we can also close that off. If we want, we can put glass, we can still see it. It's entirely up to you. What we're then going to do is we're going to get an observer. So this is what's going to sense when the bamboo or sugarcane has grown, and then allow the machine to activate and give us the resources. So we're going to place those down, making sure to face towards the end, touching that brown part. You should have these red dots facing towards you. Go again, place these ones down. And now we're literally almost done. The only other thing we need to do is place another block down next to it, like so, and place some redstone down. Now, the good thing about the redstone, I need to be able to spell properly first, or the redstone dust, is these all work independent of each other. So as long as you put the redstone down behind it, you can have as many as you want next to each other and then stop. You do not have to have these ones connected up for these to work. They all work independent with the column down below them. So you can make this zigzag, whatever it is, follow a roll all the way down and it will work. As you can see, it's already activated and is working beautifully. So of course, you're going to want to have your wall or whatever you're building next to go high enough so that way it's catching the ones that are rebounding off. So my wall course is a lot higher in my survival world, so I'm just going to indicate that a bit better. Now, all we need to do now is literally just place our light source, which is our glowstone, for that to grow. And this one here can literally just sit above. We don't want to put it here. We need to leave at least 3 spaces for it to get sensed and then knocked down. So put it just a bit more above that. Like that. And then we can literally close off this whole area, making a floor for our next farm that we can sit above. And that's literally all there is to it. Of course, you don't have to build this in a castle wall. You could build in a house, but it's the exact same principle. You've literally just built, it had a space of 3 by 3 at least, and you've just connected a power rail. Then all that's left to do is get your minecart. You might need to break a block, place it in, that will run. And to test it, we'll fly up. Let's grab some sugarcane here. Break that one. If I put that one on top, put one more, it will break it. This of course will be closed, and then the minecart should be picking it up and putting it through. Should be. Did they not all... Oh, it fell. Okay, that makes sense. It all fell out this way. So that could, yeah, there you go. There I was picking it up. But of course, if you did it towards the edge like this where it's not falling out. Let's go up a little bit more. It's now knocked them and it should pick them up. You'll see them disappear. And there we go. And that's literally all there is to it. So that's a way you can make a simple bamboo or sugarcane farm in your Minecraft survival world and try and hide it and make it blend in a bit more into your surroundings. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one.